Hey everyone, Ace, the Asian Bass Guy here. I'm going to do a rod review today about a rod. Of course, it's going to be made by Quantum, but this is not going to be a good rod review. I love Quantum rods. I have a lot of them, and they usually put out good product. But this rod here that I'm about to do a review on, I don't like it. And there's not one or two things wrong. It's a lot of things wrong. First things first, it's the Tour KVD, 7'2" medium heavy action. It's more of a flipping rod. It's not his cranking series. It's just his Tour series. I bought this rod and I had high hopes for it. But this is actually my second rod that I have, and the main thing that really kind of I didn't like about this rod is that on my first rod, the inside of the guide fell out within 2 months. And then I sent it back, got this rod, and then this, the first one on the bottom, the inside of the tip fell out. You can see this one's got the guide still in it. And I mean, two rods within a year with the guides falling out. I mean, I've got Light Tufts that I've had for 6 years and they're still good. So yeah, that's the main thing that I didn't like about this rod. The second thing I didn't like about this rod is the handle length. It looks normal. This is another 7'2" rod made by Team Daiwa. But if you match them up, it's missing about 2 inches or so. Doesn't seem like much until you get it in your hand and you start casting with it. And with the shorter rod handle and the stiffer tip, because this rod's a lot stiffer than the other one I just had. With the stiffer tip, you can't make I can't make accurate casts with it. I mean, I can, but it takes me a cast to 2 casts more. Like my first initial cast, I'll going from all my other rods, my style rods that I like with a little bit of tip and a lot of backbone. This has a lot of tip. I mean, this has no tip and a lot of backbone. And switching over to this rod, it's hard to get good accurate casts, and I just don't like how short this handle is. It feels weird, and so when you pull it back, the tip doesn't load up as much as the some of the other rods I throw. Let me see. I think, yeah, the short handle, the guides missed, the guides coming out, and I think that's about it on this rod, and I just don't like it. I just, every time I pick it up, I've caught fish with it. It fights fish good. It hooks them good. You know, the hook sets are great. It's a little bit more stiff, so when I'm swimming a jig, or when I'm swimming a jig mainly, because that's what I mainly do with these 7.2s, is I have to wait just a hair, just a nanosecond more to set the hook. Otherwise, you lose fish or you don't get them hooked up. But I mean, if some of you guys, maybe I've got a bad batch of 2 rods, but I mean, 1 I could understand, but 2 in a row, and all the rest of them are fine. And I mean, I don't know, but just trying to I wouldn't buy this rod again. I'm trying to actually send it back to Quantum and see if they'll trade me in for a 610 or a 7.4 cranking. And so, but with the 610 being said, I might as well do the 610 review while I'm at it. Here's the 610 right here, and I like this rod. It's not my most favorite rod. but it's a good rod for what it can do. The guides still stay there, which I don't understand. These guides here even got a little bit of boat rash on them, and they seem to stay intact. So I don't know from this rod or that rod. And I throw this one quite a bit, but I throw it more for top water jerkbaits and you know, just maybe small fluke style scroungers, you know, any kind of small moving baits, but you don't have to really thump on the hook set. I don't like throwing shorter rods like that for, you know, flipping, pitching, jigging. The handle length is short. I think it's about the same length. And that's a tad shorter than the this 7.2, but the whole rod length is shorter. But this rod is light enough to where you can throw it one-handed. Oh, another thing with the 7.2 is this rod's pretty heavy, and it may be because I got a pretty big reel on there. But I mean, I have almost the same size reel on this one, on this Team Daiwa, and it's lighter. You can tell it's lighter. But this 610 is pretty light. You can throw it one-handed. The guides don't fall out, and you know, it's a good top water jerkbait. I don't like them as much as the cranking rods, but these are more versatile. The 610. I like throwing longer rods. I usually don't throw a rod this short. 7.2 is about my ideal size, and then I work up my way up from there. But I do have a few I do have a few that are 7 foot, 6'10", and 6'6", but I can count all those on one hand. But other than that, I'd buy the 6'10". I wouldn't buy the 7.2 though. That's just me. If other people have 7.2s and they're working for them, the guides are still there, and you like the action of it, then you know, just keep throwing it. But for me, I would never buy. I would never buy another 7.2. So if he comes out with another 2 KVD, I'd have to actually get my hands on it to look at it. And I mean, for you it may work if you have a. I mean, I'm 6'2", so I have kind of long arms and whatnot. And for me right here, if you look at this, I mean, my hands are so close together, I don't have any leverage really to kind of whip it out there. So it's more of a, you know, more of a casting, you know, just kind of a snapping of the wrist. But I like to, if you're power fishing, I like to use my whole body to get in that cast. That way it doesn't wear you out all day. And so that you can fish, you know, a lot longer, a lot harder, and you don't have issues when you get home and take about 19 ibuprofens. So, but I think that's about it. So, thanks for watching my video.